Hey folks, Nas here. Appreciate everybody joining me for another episode of No Man's Sky All Alone series. So in the last episode, we went through the center of the galaxy. We are now in the Hilbert dimension. So I did, between episodes, go and find a planetary portal in that very first system in Hilbert that we landed at. Specifically the planet we landed on, actually. I also went through and landed on each of the other planets in that system to discover them as well. Excuse me. But you can see here that I've got the portal base Hilbert. I did set down a base computer and I set up a teleporter with the rechargeable little generator, power generator. That way I can, teleport back and forth to my different bases. So let's go ahead and head over to that because we need to actually build a base rather than just having stuff sitting on the ground. Alrighty, there's our ship. Yeah, see, I set down just a little base terminus. I didn't even color it or anything. And then the biofuel reactor so I could fuel it. That way I could actually teleport back and forth from this base because I have a feeling I may have to go back to the storage unit or the storage base to gather a couple of things while we're building. But I built the base computer right here. We are on a hot planet. Let's see, sodium, pyrite, and copper. I still haven't gone through and found all of the animals, even though I said I should. So maybe I'll see some today. But I did go and land on each of the other planets in the system. So this is the very first system, the only system that I've been to in the Hilbert dimension. But we'll have a portal base set up. That way we could use the addresses from the chart, because I believe the addresses from the chart are the same in each dimension. You just can't use the planetary portal base to go to a different dimension. You can only use the portal in the dimension you're in. So you can go to different different systems, not galaxies. Yeah, because dimension is galaxy in this game. Can be confusing sometimes. And I can also not use the right words. That was weird. The terrain and everything just changed as I walked over here. That was weird. Okay, whatever. Alrighty, now we are going to need to call in the Colossus because that has our... let's see, our dirt. So let's call in the Colossus. And we should have... Yeah, I know. Thermal protection falling. We got to get something to stand in. Yeah, so I've got pure ferrite, magnetized ferrite, ferrite dust. So we've got quite a few building stuff here. But let's get something set up so I can stand inside something here. Let's... what do I want? Let's go ahead and use the deep water chamber, I think. We can do that. Let's color it. Actually, I need to go sit in the ship here and get my heat protection back. Give me a second. All right, got my hazard protection built back up here. Now let's figure out what we want to do. Now, the last time I set the little base, the building right on top of the little portal terminal there, I think I want to do something a little bit different. So what I'm going to do, I know I was going to start with this. We are going to come back to that, but I want to set up something. Let's see, go into free mode. Let's just going to set it off the ground a little bit. This is going to give me something to, excuse me, going to give me something to stand in. Doors over there. Put a little platform on it. Like that. And then I can go inside. And now I'm protected from the elements. That way I can go outside and I can build around this how I want. So what I want to do, let's actually do this. Can I do this? No, that's the small one. Well, maybe that would work actually. All right, let's see if we can do that. Nope. Trying to rush. There we go. Actually, I got that pretty damn center. That's pretty good. Alrighty, that looks pretty good actually. Now what I want to do, because I want to enclose this area, let's do, we're going to do a color. So let me get something that I can color. Let me make sure we do it in purple. Then I can go back to this and we're going to go with some walls. And go with, I think I might, these aren't colorable, but I think I might go with that, actually. I mean, let's see, let's lay this out just a little bit. Something like that. Do I want to go up too high? Yeah, I think I'm going to go up too high. Come on, clip up there. There we go. It's having a hard time getting it to clip to the top of that. So we can go too high there. So now let's get down here. Yeah, I think that's going to work pretty good. Let's, can we do this? And I want you, yes, that right there. So that way it gives me a little frame at the top. So ideally this is all going to be open and we would be protected because I'm going to put a roof on it. We would be protected from the elements. Now, I don't know what kind of roof I can put on that other than flat. Does this clip to the top? It does. So we can mimic the floor pattern. That floor pattern is different. Okay. That's okay. We can, this piece is not going to mimic because it doesn't look, I like patterns. And if I'm going to see this from the top, let's see, how do we want to do this? Let's try this piece. Oh, it's not going to clip in there like I want it to. Okay, that's okay. We'll do a small one. And we're going to clip it to that. There we go. Like that. Like that. So that way it actually creates a little bit of a pattern. Then let's grab the small. Let's see if we can get it to clip there. And there. Okay. that's good. Now, let's grab this small alloy again. We're going to put one back here, just like that. There we go. That works. I like it, I like it, I like it. Now, how do I want to do this? Because I want just a little bit of a hallway, maybe like 3 blocks. And then I think we're going to start elevating using the stairs. Actually, let's see. How do the stairs look from here? So if we did stairs, how would that work? I don't think it would. Not the way I'm thinking. Let's remove that. Let's see if we can. Let's yeah, let's do this here. Well, that's not actually a full large block. That's right. Okay. That's okay. I'll do that. And then I'm going to remove these outer pieces just because I use those for guidance. Now, how do I want this to work? I think we're going to go out 1. Go 3 more. Then we can grab... Can we put a full wall? Here, let's do this. Let's choose that. Let's see if we can put a full wall in there somewhere. Yeah, like right here. Come on. There we go. And then we can do another small wall. Nope, not that wall. I need to expand that so I can get to this wall. There we go. Then we can snap that. And I need you to snap in the right place. Right there. Because it's got to overlap a little bit. Because this hallway, you can see, it's not a full 2 blocks wide because of the layout of the little triangles that we use. Now, we're going to finish covering the top like that. Okay, that's looking pretty good. I want to do something with this opening. I'm just not sure what. I feel that my pod is getting in the way. But we have to start elevating because we have this hill right here. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to come off of that. Okay, we're going to do this and that. And actually, I think I'm going to remove that. We're going to back this wall up 1 block. Like that. And then I am going to come off of these. Is that going to work right? Yeah, I think I'm going to come off of these with a set of stairs. If I can get it to clip right. There. And I need you to clip there. Yeah, we're going to do that. Then we can use this to clip there and go up again on each side. Is that right? Make sure I did that right. No, that's got to go this way. And then we're going to do another set of stairs this way. And granted, it's clipping into the building I'm standing in, but that's okay. We're going to move that in just a minute. Not 100% sure how I want to do this entrance, but I want it to be protected since we are on a hot planet. So we can come up and do this, do that, and then we got to add the top there and there, and I realized that I placed that one in the wrong place. Let's see if we can get that to clip right. That one to clip right. There we go. We can bring that in just a little bit. Now we can grab the little short alloy, and I think what we're going to do is bring that down about 3 blocks like that, so we don't bump our head going through. Come on, clip, clip. There. Okay, now what I want to see is if it physically works. Whoops. All right, so we are losing hazard protection here. We stop losing hazard protection as soon as we step in. So we are good. Still not losing hazard protection. We start losing it just at this edge. Okay, so good. We are protected in here. That's good. So then I can figure something out as far as decorating this opening maybe. We got the columns. Unfortunately, the columns aren't center, but if the columns were centered on this line, then the terminal, the console, wouldn't be centered in this area here. I think I did a pretty good job of trying to center that. It's not bad. Okay, so now I can stand in here and build. And I can get that other terminal out of the way. So let's grab a little piece of something. Let's go into fly mode. Let's go back out and let's get rid of that and the platform I used to get into it. Now, I think what I need to do is put a platform there. We're going to put a platform there. I am then going to grab a full door. Doesn't matter what door, just any full door. I'm going to go into fly mode and place that door right on the edge of that block. Try and get it squared up as best I can. Centered as best I can. Okay, that looks like that's going to be it. Can I see it from the bottom? Yep, that looks pretty squared up. And we're going to do the same thing over here. Get it squared up. Come on. Mouse is all jumpy. Coffee's kicking in. Let's go underneath and take a look. I don't think that looks too bad. So you can see there's a line on the bottom of that door, and I can try and line that up with the that floor piece to try and make sure that it's square, because I am in free placement. Okay, so now what I can do is go into the little prefab structures. And I do actually have glass with me today, so we can use some of these glass roof corridors. Go in, make sure that we are colored, and then you'll notice that it clips to that door, but you have to use the full-size wall with the door in the center to be able to get that, because it doesn't clip to the half wall doors. So I can place that on both of these, and then I can remove the wall with the door in it, and you can see that we are right on the platform on each side, and then I can put a door on that. Let's see, can I put this door? I can. I think I have 2 crystal sulfides, and that's all I have. So we can actually put crystal sulfide door opening on each of those. Then I can do, let's do the deep water. Do I want to do that? Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We're going to do the deep water chamber. Does it have a flat roof on it? No, it doesn't. Okay, good. That way it's got all the windows already in it. That's the nice thing about those deep water chambers. And they're actually cheaper than the standard round. This one's 180 pure ferrite. This one is 250, and it doesn't have any windows. So that's the nice thing about the deep water chambers. But every now and then, let me grab a small piece. Every now and then, the roof on the deep water chamber ends up flat. That's why I was concerned about it being flat. However, if it was flat, you can go in and just put a biodome on top of it. Kind of gives it a little extra look. It doesn't have to be usable, it's just for decoration. No real function to it. Then I can eventually put the teleporter in one, and then I could put like the base computer in the other. Of course, they're going to have access to the landing pad. Now, where do I want the landing pad? Oops, nope. Totally wrong buttons, all of them. Let's see. Landing pad's going to be here. Oh, and I don't have 2 microprocessors. I might have those in the, what am I trying to think of? The roamer. But I'm going to go into free mode because I don't think I want it to actually clip to that. What we can do is we can actually place that. We could place it on top of here. I don't know how that would interfere with the portal though. Let's see. It may not actually interfere with the portal. I could even take it up higher. That might be what I do, is actually take it up higher. What if we did this? That's big. It's bigger than I anticipated, actually. Okay. If we can't tell where center is, but if we do, hang on, I got an idea. Hang on. Let's try this. Can I see? I can see the center, kind of. So I'm trying to line this up, but I don't know if I'm doing it right. Is it gonna work there? Let's see how that looks. Hang on. That's not final product, so. Okay, so that looks like it's pretty well centered. Now, does that clip to the top of that? Oh, wait, are we in free? Yeah, there we go. Clip there. And go 2 high. Actually, we can go 3 high, I think. there. Then we remove these two. Go in and grab this foundation. Let's color the foundation. It should clip to the bottom of this. Oh, there's interference. Wait, object too close. Oh, it's too close to me. Okay. Go down here for a second. See if that's far enough away. Should I color it again? Let's go to fly mode. Yeah, like that. Oh, but that's gonna put... It's gonna put that pole like literally right in my view. See, I could elevate that up. You see how the 1 foot sits on the top of the roof? I think I'm gonna have to move it back just a little bit because I don't want this pole in the way. That's just not good. That pole being right in the way. That's not good. Okay. Let's back this up. So give me just a second. Okay. There we go. That's better. So now it's actually resting on the building and not in the view of the terminal. So we can come out here. Let me grab a smaller item here. Yeah, so we don't have that pillar view and it doesn't come through the floor. It's actually resting on the building. Then let's see if I can do this. Let's delete this. Then I need to get to... I need to get my roamer. That's what I need to get. Do I have... I do have processors in there. So we put that there. I need to make this active again. Nope, don't. I need you to get out, not drive. Thank you. And then I should be able to stand in here, maybe? Actually, I can stand in one of these. Oh no, I'm gonna have to fix that. It doesn't let me step in. I'm gonna have to fix that. Oh man. I'm gonna have to fix that. I can do that. I can do that a little bit. Not a big deal. At least I got someplace to stand though. Now, let's grab a landing pad. Make sure it's colored. Let's go into fly mode. What are we looking like on time? Now, I need to go V. I want to place it. Oh, this is going to be the difficult part. I want to center it on this. How am I going to do that? I need to find something. Can I just grab a wall piece and let's place that. Let's place it on those little dots there. And then we got to go to this side here. I'm trying to just reference is what I'm trying to do. I just need to know where roughly center is. There. And there. Then let's go back to the landing pad. See, those walls stick up through the landing pad so I can actually see where they're at. And then we place the landing pad. Let's grab a smaller piece. And then that should be centered. You can't even see the base. You just see the legs. That's perfect. That's what I was looking for. And then I can go through, delete the walls, so you can't see them. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Then I can come off of, gonna clip mode again. I can come off of these to come up to the landing pad. Let's see how that's going to really work out here. Come on, come on. Oh my God. Clip. Clip. The clipping is... There we go. Okay, now these are not going to be centered, but let's see what I can do here. No, no, wrong button. Did it again. Still wrong button. And that is so not how I wanted that, but I think it's going to be okay. So we're going to try and clip this one there, and then that one to go right next to it. Don't like that pattern look. But what I'm trying to get at is that and that. Oh, the landing pad's not quite square. I see it, and I can't unsee it. I'm going to have to move that landing pad. Okay, I can do that. But another thing, we're not quite meeting the landing pad either. Not quite meeting the landing pad. However, let's do this. Because I can fix the landing pad. I'm going to remove that. Remove that. For just a second. And then we're going to go back into... No, I want clip mode. Like that. There. Good. Then, let's see if we can get that to clip to this. There. And clip this one here. That looks a little bit better. At least I got a pattern as opposed to that whole weird clipping thing. And then we can how is that going to look? Well, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Okay. Can we... That's going to be double thick. And just that little nub right there is bugging me. That's, not quite sure how I'm going to handle that. May not even be a thing. May not even be anything to deal with. I just realized this chamber's not back far enough. It doesn't have the tunnel on it. I forgot to put the tunnel on the other one. Okay, I gotta fix that too. Alrighty, I have some homework to do between episodes, I guess. I gotta work on getting access, a ramp. I gotta square up the landing pad for sure, because that's taking a little bit of time. But anyway, I think that's all for today. I appreciate everybody joining me for this episode of No Man's Sky All Alone. But we're going to get this this portal base all up and running. I've got to work on getting some more nanites still. I'm up to 91,000 nanites. Remember, we need 125,000 nanites to upgrade our multi-tool to A class, or excuse me, S class, because we're already at A class. So I've got to get what is that? 34,000 more nanites. So just a lot of hunting for the nanites, because nanites aren't as easy to come by in abandoned mode. Anyway, I appreciate everybody joining me today. Make sure you leave a like on the video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. I greatly appreciate it. Make sure to check out some of my other videos on my channel. You can find more links to No Man's Sky stuff down in the description. Feel free to join my Discord and share your adventures in No Man's Sky. I'd greatly appreciate that as well. And we will see you folks in the next one. You take care and happy hunting.